down to the river, and it was a terrible sight. That there, he was really laying it on. But the preacher, he's doing all right. He dragged that beast right down to the water. It was 3 times in and out. Then the bear got loose and he limped away. And you could hear that preacher shout, "Oh Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den. Then you delivered Jonah from the belly of the whale." Amen. Now, no, Lord, it may not seem like much from where you sit up there, but the hardest job I ever done was baptizing that bear. Yeah, the hardest job I ever done was baptizing that bear. Amen. Thank you. How about a big round of applause for Paul Cadaddy on the percussion? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here today to introduce you to the greatest advance in medical science since the mustard plaster. I'm talking, of course, about Professor Farquhar's Elixir of Life. Yes, friends, this is the incredible herbal tonic you've heard so much about. It's okay, son, it's just a stage you're going through. Professor Farquhar's Elixir of Life cures a myriad of disorders, everything from prickly heat to stinky feet, and couldn't you use some right now? It cures everything from nagging headaches to nagging wives. How many bottles would you like, sir? Take care of you. It cures everything from the discomforts of dyspepsia to the heartbreak of psoriasis. Now, friends, this wonder tonic, this miracle in a bottle, is worth a king's ransom. But today, you can take home a bottle of Professor Farquhar's Elixir of Life for just $1. That's right, friends, just $1, 1 bill, 1 bone, 1 frog skin, 1 spackaroo, 1 greenback, 1 picture of a dead president. Now, I realize there may be some folks here today who are followers of the temperance movement. You people will be elated to know Professor Farquhar's Elixir of Life is now 50% alcohol-free.
50%?
I'll make you this personal guarantee. If for any reason you're not totally satisfied with Professor Farquhar's Elixir of Life, simply return the unused portion of the bottle and I will cheerfully refund the unused portion of your money. So buy it right after the show. Professor Farquhar's Elixir of Life. Thank you very kindly. Never thought you'd applaud a commercial, did you? The medicine show huckster was the man who invented the commercial. His shows were full of them as he tried to sell his potions, notions, and lotions. During the Civil War, there were more than 1,500 different products sold by traveling hucksters. Liniments, laxatives, cough syrups, herbal tonics, a lot of things that saved soldiers' lives because they couldn't get what they needed from the commissary or from the army surgeons. And they were suffering from malaria and diphtheria and measles, mumps. You know, out of the 620,000 soldiers that died in the Civil War, 2/3 of those were from everyday diseases. There was a price to pay if you survived with the medicine, because a lot of these medicines contain alcohol, morphine, codeine, cocaine, or a mix of those things. And drug addiction became known as the army disease. Some of those products are still around that started way back then. Doan's pills, Carter's pills, Phillips milk of magnesia, Geritol, all began with medicine shows. One product you've all tried. Invented in 1886 by a pharmacist in Waco, Texas. He invented this thing, he called it a blood purifier. And he named it after his neighbor, who was a local physician. His neighbor's name was Dr. Pepper. They called it Dr. Pepper's tonic. They claimed it would give you get up and go. They didn't tell you the secret ingredient was prune juice. Now, I'm not going to sell you anything like that, but I'm going to show you some of the magic you might have seen at a medicine show back 150 years ago. This here is genuine silk, hand knitted by a worm. You ever heard of silkworms? They come from China. They're not really worms. They're caterpillars. They make silk cocoons. Chinese people unravel those cocoons to make silk cloth. But you didn't want to hear about that. You wanted to see some magic, right? You wanted to see magic, right? You know, people were so amazed with a simple trick like this back then, they forgot to applaud. I'll do this one more time for the skeptics. This here is genuine silk, hand knitted by a worm. Thank you very little. One more time. Thank you, sir. The silk goes right into my hand. Notice my hand never leaves my wrist. At any time during this illusion, stick it in there. I want you to blow on that right there. No, never mind. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, there are people who say to me, Professor Farquhar, that's simple. It went up your sleeve.